Okay guys, we're gonna start, and the visual that we're gonna discuss today is about what? Line graph, very good. So here it is, the graph below shows the average number. What is an average number? Средний. Okay, very good. Number of UK commuters. First of all, can you please tell me what does it mean commute?
Commute.
No, what does it mean commute? Write this down. Commute means it is your way from home to work, or from home to like your educational institution. The путь, который проделываете каждый день. So this means commute. Commuters are people who commute, right? They are called commuters. То есть люди, которые совершают этот commute, right? Traveling each day by car, bus, or train between 1970 and 2030. Right here, guys, we have to compare what? We have to compare past with future. Very good. And here we have two types. We have like this one. This blue is by car. Let's write it like this. Car. Orange is train. And yes, very good. And this is about bus. Guys, in writing task 1, when we are comparing line graph, we have trends. Do you know what does mean trend?
Trend?
Yes, for example, upward trend or downward trend. Do you know what it means? Yes, very good. Upward trend and downward. Can you please tell me where is upward trend, where is downward trend? Car, yes, it is upward trend.
And orange as well.
Yes, and train is upward trend as well, right? What about bus?
Bus is downward.
It is downward, but why? Because it used to be like here it is, let's say 4, right? And it became 3 here only, right? Yes, it is a slight decline, but still it is decline, right? No matter like slight or considerable, so it is this is decline. So here, guys, and we are provided here number of commuters in millions. So it means that there is 3 million people, 6 million people, and 9 million people. Okay, and here, guys, we are provided what? Years, right? So our structure is going to be, first of all, you're going to have introduction, right? What does mean introduction? Введение, правильно? You are introducing what your report is going to be about, am I right? So it's going to be about what? The average number of people who commute every single day by 3 types of vehicles, right? Yes, namely by car, by bus, or by train. In period of how many years? Can you please tell me, Sanjay? How many years? 60 years or 6 decades. Very good. In the period of 6 decades from 1970 to 2030. Yes, very good. So this is going to be your introduction, and then you can also mention about that the number of commuters are given in millions, right? So it means that, guys, you have to pay attention to tenses. What does it mean, tenses? Very good. Because here you have past, 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 and future. Yes, there is no simple, but there is past and there is future, right? And if you want to describe like somewhere here, you have to use present. Am I right? Okay, very good. So that's what. We are done with introduction, right? After introduction, we're gonna have overview. Who said buddy? It is about overview. Can you please tell me what can we write in our overview?
The main
changes.
main changes.
Main features. Okay, what are the main features here? We have already identified them. We have 2 upward trends. Very good. It is about car and about trend, and we have only 1 downward trend, right? Is it feature? Is it like overview?
No.
Why?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Why it is no?
No. Yes.
No, can you please prove your answer? Why don't you think that? like description of trends is not overview.
Overview.
It is overview.
Yes.
Okay, very good. You are mistaken. Okay. So here it is. So we already have stuff to write in our overview. We can write that overview. Overall, it can be seen that two types of vehicles experience upward trend, and they are car and train, right? But there is difference between their numbers. Am I right? Number of commuters. And there is one trend that experienced downward trend, and this is bus, right? Okay. Now guys, we're gonna read model answer. Okay? И по ходу все будем разбирать. Here it is. The line graph compares figures for daily travel by workers in the UK using three different forms of transport. What is missing here? What is missing here?
Names.
Yes, very good. What are the transport themselves, right? You should have provided their names as a different form of transport, namely
Bus.
bus, train, and car. Very good, right? Over a period of 60 years. What is missing here? You could have like added here also between 1970 and 2030, right? You can you can write 60 years, and you can also write how?
Decades.
6 decades. What does it mean decades?
Десятилетие.
Да, декады, десятилетия, отлично. 6 decades between 1970 and 2030. Very good. So do you see the introduction? And then you can also add like the number of workers commuting are given in millions. Yes, very good. Done with introduction. Okay. So here guys, it is overview. We could have written here like overall. Overall, it is clear that the car is by far the most popular means of transport. What does it mean, means of? Write it down. It is like method, way of transportation, right? А? Способ. Means of способ. Done? So here it is. So we are stating that car is by far the most popular means of transportation for UK commuters throughout the period shown. What does it mean throughout?
Через.
No, it is through. What does it mean throughout?
В течение.
В течение, very good. То есть в течение всего периода, правильно? Throughout the period. So here guys, we can see that yes, indeed it is. Because it was the highest in 1970 and it will be the highest in 2030, right? This is also a feature that it will remain like as the highest voice, as the most popular, am I right? What about train and bus, for example? Here, the train was least popular, right? То есть самый непопулярный, and then it became more popular than bus. Yes, whereas bus is conversely. What does it mean conversely? Conversely? Наоборот. Пишем conversely. Как будет спорный? Controversial. Conversely это наоборот. So whereas bus experienced conversion, right? Here it is. So they described about the like trend, right? Here it is. Throughout the period shown. Also, how can we?
Apart from.
Moreover, in addition, furthermore, and so on, right? Please no also and no and, because you have to show off your vocabulary. You have to say that I know in addition, I know furthermore, I know moreover, because also, okay, come to elementary group, they will say also, okay, but you are not elementary, right? So that's why you have to show that your level is higher and you know advanced level of vocabulary, okay? While the numbers of people who use car and trail increase gradually, the number of bus users fall steadily. What does mean steadily?
Стабильно. Постепенно.
То есть как, да, постепенно и constantly, правильно? Оно значит падает, 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 правильно? So what does mean gradually?
Это тоже постепенно.
No, gradually means постепенно.
Тоже постепенно.
Write it down. Okay, while the numbers of people who use car and train, so we are saying that car and trail, they increase, right? Car and trail increase, whereas the number of bus users fall. Am I right? Good. So here guys, we are in bodies. In bodies you have to give detailed information, am I right? So here, in 1970, around 5 million UK commuters traveled by car on a daily basis. What does mean daily basis?
На постоянной основе.
Да, на ежедневной основе, правильно? So it means that like every day they traveled by car to their destination, while the bus and train were used about 4 million and 2 million people respectively. What does it mean respectively?
Относительно соответственно.
Соответственно. Правильно? What is the structure, guys? It is Venn structure. Venn structure. What
Там
does
же написано
А?
bus and train. Типа по порядку.
Where it is? Yes. Bus is first and train is second, right? So here it is about 4 million is for first and 2 million is for second. Am I right? So it means that bus was used by 4 million people and train was used by 2 million people, right? Write it down. This structure, guys, if you use this structure, it means that like you are superheroes, okay? In the year 2000, the number of those driving to work, what does it mean driving to work? Едут на работу, то есть водят, правильно? So this is about what? We are talking about cars, am I right? Driving to work rose to 7 million and the number computing rail passengers, what does it mean rail?
Поезд.
Да, то есть рельсы, правильно? Yes, рельсы. So we are talking about what? Train. Commuting rail passengers, what does it mean? Passengers? Passengers, very good. Reached 3 million. However, there was a small drop. What does it mean drop?
Типа
Падение, yes, decline. Of approximately 0.5 million in number of bus users. So here, guys, we can see that like number of car users, they rose. It means that they were up, they went up. Number of rail passengers, again, they went up. And what about bus users? They experienced drop. Yes, decline. Okay? It is like the easiest comparison ever, right, guys? So here, we were here talking only about past, right? Let's talk about future here. By 2030, the number of people who commute by car is expected to reach. What does it mean is expected to reach? Да, ожидаемо. So because guys, when we are talking about future, we can also expect something or we can estimate something. What does it mean estimate? Насчитывать, оценивать, правильно? Что это? So that's it. Are expected to reach almost 9 million. It is by car, right? And the number of train users is also predicted. So guys, here we use expected and here we use predicted. So it means that this is about your lexical research, right? Yes, very good. This is about your lexical research. Are predicted to rise to nearly 5 million. By contrast, what do you mean by contrast? Да, не. Наоборот, то есть правильно? С другой стороны, buses are predicted to become less popular choice with only 3 million daily users. And this report, guys, is 188 words. Is it easy?
Yes.
It is, right? Okay, so don't complicate your lives, okay? That was this. Now we're gonna see the next one.
Здравствуйте, уважаемые родители. Я мама Абдуназаровой Ироды. На днях вышел мандат Вестминстерского лицея. Мы поступили, к чему мы очень рады. И призываем вас тоже готовиться в учебном центре Real Science.
Здравствуйте всем, я Абдуназарова Ирода, и я поступила в самый лучший лицей Ташкента, то есть Вестминстерский лицей. И я очень счастлива этому, и этому мне помог очень сильно учебный центр Real Science, где я начала готовиться с марта. Тут мне преподавали самые лучшие учителя в Ташкенте, ну и в целом в Узбекистане, мистер Альшер и мисс Азиза. Я очень благодарю их также за то, что они не только меня обучали, но и поддерживали всегда в любые моменты. Даже был переломный момент, когда я хотела просто бросить все и уйти. Но они сели со мной, поговорили, и мы вместе нашли оптимальный выход. И в итоге я поступила. Не то, что просто поступила, еще поступила 9-й, то, что это топ-10. Не каждый может о таком мечтать. Я советую, кто будет поступать в лицей дальше, чтобы они уже начали готовиться за год, потому что когда время поджимает, человек больше находится в стрессе, и вместо того, чтобы готовиться, он будет больше переживать. И, конечно же, советую приходить в учебный центр Real Science. Также слушаться учителей, выполнять все домашние задания вовремя, потому что это самое главное в процессе подготовки. Также посещать мок-экзам, в которых ты узнаешь свой левел и можешь дальше, опираясь на это, готовиться, потому что ты будешь знать свою отправную точку.
And when you are writing introduction, guys, you know there are students who make this biggest mistake that they just do what they just paraphrase what they just given here, right? And they like the line graph below. What does it mean below? Ниже, right? Yes, here guys you can see that it is really, for real it is below, right? But when you are writing, if you say the line graph below, and there is no line graph below guys, in your answer sheets, right? So that's why please do not include this when you are writing your report, okay? It is for you just the like line graph below, here it is, right? That's why. Show changes in the amount and type. So we will be talking about the amount and about type of fast food consumed by Australian teenagers from 1975 to 2000. Can you please give me an introduction? Here guys we have what? We have pizza, we have fish and chips, and we have hamburgers. We have years and we have number of times eaten per year. Yes, here it is, number of times eaten per year. То есть, here it is, for example, in 1 year, in 1975, like teenagers, Australian teenagers used to eat, what is it?
Fish and
Yes, 100 portion of fish and chips for 1 year, right? But you guys eat them every day, for example, right? You can eat pizza like 5 times a week, right? Or hamburgers. Yes, for hamburgers it will be like more real, right? So here guys, consumption of fast food by Australian teenagers. Can you please give me an introduction? 1975 to 2000, how many years? 25, right? Sarva? Introduction.
The number of repeats.
No, the given line graph or the given diagram provides information about
changes in the amount.
Begzot, can you please help?
Line graph illustrates changes in the number and kind of fast food used by Australian teenagers.
Eaten by Australian teenagers. In period of 25 years between 1975 to 2000, right? So this is going to be your introduction. Okay, very good. Can you please tell me how many downward trends and how many upward trends do we have have here?
One downward.
Pizza is upward trend.
Pizza is upward trend, so this is about pizza, and it is upward. What
Fish and
else?
chips don't go.
Yes, fish and chips, it is downward, right? And what about hamburgers?
Upward. Upward.
Yes, they experienced upward trend. So what can you write in your overview? You can say that overall, it can be seen that there are two sorts of fast food consumed by Australian teenagers experienced upward trend, namely hamburgers and pizzas, right? Because what did you miss in your introduction? You forgot to name them. Yes, very good. You forgot to name them. Okay. The given line graph provides information about the changes in the number and type of fast food, namely pizza, fish and chips, and hamburgers eaten by Australian teenagers in period of 25 years from 1975 to 2000, right? And here, guys, it is only about past. It means that you have to use past tenses only. Okay? Understandable? You have to take into consideration this as well. Now let's read the model answer. The line graph illustrates the amount of fast food consumed by teenagers in Australia between 1975 and 2000, a period of 25 years. They just copied the introduction. The task, right? There is no paraphrase even. Yes, скромно вообще. Okay.
And they missed the names.
Yes, they missed the name. So it means that amount of fast food, like types of fast food, like pizzas, fish and chips, and hamburgers consumed by teenagers in Australia in period of 25 years between 1975 and 2000, right? This is going to be our introduction. And then, overall, the consumption of fish and chips declined. What does it mean declined? Decreased, right? Yes. Declined over the period, whereas, what does it mean whereas? Да, в то время как, правильно? So we use this when we want to compare something, right? Yes. Whereas the amount of pizza and hamburgers that were eaten increased. If there was like downward trend or upward trend, it would sound more academic. Okay? And here, guys, we are given paragraphs. In 1975, the most popular fast food with Australian teenagers was fish and chips. Am I right? Here it was. The most popular in 1975, right? It became least popular, right? At the end. So let's read about it. The most popular fast food with Australian teenagers was fish and chips, being eaten 100 times a year. This was higher than pizza and hamburger. We are doing what? We are making comparison, right? We are comparing consumption of fish and chips with the consumption of pizza and hamburger. We see that it dominated. It was higher. It was significantly higher than pizza and hamburger, which were consumed approximately 5 times a year. Only 5 times a year, guys. Can you imagine? Teenagers in Australia, they could eat pizza and hamburger, whereas they could afford themselves to eat fish and chips 100 times a year. Right? In this sense. So, however, apart from a brief rise again from 1980 to 1985, the consumption of fish and chips gradually declined over 25-year time scale. What does it mean year time scale? 25-year time scale. What does it mean scale? Шкала. Time scale, шкала времени, правильно? 25-year time scale – это шкала времени в течение 25 лет. Am I right? So it is. To finish at just under, what does it mean just under? Примерно ниже, чем 40 times per year. Let's check it. Here it is, right? It was 100 times, right? It was 100 times per year, and it became just under Yes, just under 40 times per year. Can you see? Can you see?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, and the last paragraph. In sharp contrast to this, what does it mean sharp contrast? Sharp. Резкий, правильно? Прям, significant contrast. Guys, now I will read, and then guys, you have to tell me why they divided into 2 paragraphs, okay? In sharp contrast to the teenagers ate the other 2 fast food at much higher levels. Pizza consumption increased gradually until it overtook. What does it mean overtook? Да, то есть обогнал, правильно? Until it overtook the consumption of fish and chips in 1990, it then leveled off. What does it mean level off? Да, level понизился, правильно? Level пошел вниз. Leveled off from 1995 to 2000, and the biggest rise was seen in hamburgers, increasing sharply. So here, guys, we have biggest rise was from hamburgers, increasing sharply throughout the 1970s and 1980s, exceeding. What does it mean exceed? Да, превышать, правильно? Exceed это превышать. Exceeding fish and chips consumption in 1985. It finished at the same level that fish and chips began, with consumption at 100 times a year. Can you please explain me this sentence, the last one? It finished at the same level that fish and chips began. Yes, very good. What was the beginning of fish and chips? It was 100 times a year, right? But the finish of hamburgers is in the same level. It is 100 times a year. Am I right? So do you see the comparison? Now, can you please tell me why they divided into 2 organized paragraphs, into 2 structured paragraphs?
World count.
Почему они разделили это на 2 параграфа? Почему они в один это все не mixed? They didn't mix. Why?
Максимум 4 параграфа.
No, there are no opinions. Guys, okay, look. When you're writing a report, you have to have introduction. You have to have overview and body. For example, guys, 1 body is enough if you can manage. What? Если вы сможете справиться, то 1 body достаточно. But like if it's necessary, you can add another body. So can you please tell me why did they add 2nd body? Do you know what does mean structured paragraphs?
Yeah.
What does mean structured paragraphs? Logical paragraphs. What do you mean logical paragraphs? Where is your IQ, guys? So look. Yes, Ахлыки, все, IQ, Ахлыки забрал, да? Вот, столько на уроки дают, да? Okay, look. Here, they described downward trend. And here, guys, they describe what? Upward trend, right? So that's why they divided into 2 logical paragraphs. Okay? So this will be a comment of examiner. They're gonna put band 9 for this essay. Why? Because there is structured essay. They have their introduction. They have clear paragraphs, right? First clear paragraph for introduction, and then overview, and then 2 logical paragraphs. In which sense they are logical? In the sense that in first paragraph they included only downward trend. This is about what? About fish and chips, right? About their decline, about their downward trend. But here, guys, in the 2nd paragraph, they are describing upward trend of 2 types of fast food. Namely what? Pizza and hamburgers. Here it is. Is it understandable now?
Yes.
Good. Very good. So now, guys, we are going to move to bar charts. Showjahan, do your job.
Bu o'quv markaziga biz yanvar oyida kelgan edik. O'ylagan edik bo'ladimi rezultat yoki yo'q. Lekin haqiqatda rezultat juda katta bo'ldi. O'ylaganimizdan ham ortiqcha. Aytishayotganidek haqiqatda bu yerdagi ta'lim sifati juda ham yaxshi. Chunki meni qizim deyarli barcha o'zini belgilagan litseylariga kirdi, lekin shuni ichidan Interhouse'ni tanladi. Shuni talabasi bo'ldi.
Men Gulam va Umida Real Science o'quv markazini oldingi o'quvchilaridan bittasiman. Bugungi kunga kelib men International House Tashkent litseyiga qabul qilindim va bundan juda ham xursandman. Bunga sababchi Real Science o'quv markazi va ota-onam. Buning uchun Oqil akaga, Mansur akaga, Mesajizaga katta rahmatlarimni aytib qolaman. Bu marraga chiqish o'zi bo'lmadi, qiyin bo'ldi. Buning uchun juda ham ko'p ishladik, matematikadan ham, angliskidan ham. Hozirgi kunga kelib matematikadan ko'p bazaga ega bo'ldim va angliskidan ham juda ham yaxshi darajaga chiqdim. Birinchi bo'lib men Westminster qoshidagi litseyga topshirgandim, lekin u yoqqa ozgincha ballim yetmay qolgani sababli apellyatsiyaga berdik. Apellyatsiyada menga ball qo'shib berishmadi, chunki bu yil 0 yoki 10 ball qo'yilishi kerak ekan matematikadan. Shuning uchun bir ikkita o'sha misollarimda xato bo'lganligi uchun 5 ball, 6 ball ham qo'yib bermadi. Keyin Interhouse litseyiga o'tdik. Interhouse'da DTMdan savollar tushdi, ya'ni imtihon bo'ldi. Ikkinchi bosqichi unda 125 ball olib, Real Science tufayli 125 ball olib Interhouse litseyiga kirish nasib qildi. Buning uchun Oqil akaga, Mesajizaga, Ms Malikaga, umuman butun administratsiyaga rahmat demoqchiman va ota-onamga ham kattakon rahmat.
Okay guys, here, can you please tell me what is it?
Bar chart.
Bar chart, okay. And what is the task here? What do you have to do? You have to compare them, right? So here it is, British Emigration to selected destinations. The chart shows British Emigration. What do you mean British Emigration? It is. So it means that like people guys are moving to one place from one place to another, right? So this is called immigration. To selected destinations. What does it mean selected destinations? Okay, very good. So guys, all of these people are British. Okay, they are Britons. And they are their destinations. And here we are given what? We are given years. Okay, very good. How many destinations do we have? We have Australia, Spain, New Zealand, USA, and France. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 destinations, we have 4 years, and we have British people, right? Okay, very good. And we have their number in what? In thousands. Okay, very good. For example, we can see that 50,000, like 52,000 of British moved to Australia in 2006, right? Okay, very good. So, can you please tell me what should we include in our introduction? Yes, very good. We have to include the years. We have to include the like their destinations, right? Their selected destinations, and we have to include who is moving. British people are moving, right? Okay, very good. So your introduction is going to be like the given bar chart provides information about the emigration of British people to selected destinations, namely Australia, Spain, New Zealand, USA, France, in period of 3 years, right? Between 2004 and 2007. Okay, very good. So let's read. Do you have any questions here? No questions? Okay, good. Now, the bar chart shows the number of British people who emigrated to 5 destinations. Yes, we forgot to number that, right? 5 destinations over the period 2004 to 2007. It is evident. What does it mean evident? It is evident from the chart that throughout the period, what means throughout the period? Да, в течение всего периода, the most popular place to move was Australia. I'm sorry, what is it? It should be included
Overview.
in overview. Yes, this is a part of the overview, right? This is a part of overview. Okay. Let's read about this one. Emigration to Australia stood at just over 40,000 people in 2004, which was approximately 6,000 higher than for Spain. Yes, they are just comparing this case. Okay. So first of all, in their overview, they did what? They said that like emigration to Australia was the most popular throughout the period, right? Because here, guys, we can see. Here it is. Australia in 2006, it is 52 million. Australia in 2007, it is how much? 45, let's say, yes. Australia in 2005, it is like 39, and Australia in 2004, it is 42. Yes, 42, let's say, right? So can you see these high levels in other destinations?
No.
No. So that's why, guys, this appears to be true. To write it, right? This appears to be right. Here it is, and then, guys, we're going to describe the main, the details. Okay. Which was approximately 6,000 higher than for Spain and twice as high as for the other three countries. Okay, we are talking about Australia, still just over 100 people in 2004, right? So we are saying about Australia, that Australia possesses this level, right? And then we have what? Which was approximately 6,000 higher than from Spain. So it means that Spain was lower. Am I right? Lower than 40,000, or 40,000, I'm sorry. And twice as high as other three countries. What does it mean twice as high? Два раза выше, правильно? So it's here, guys, we have Australia and we have Spain. And then we have other three countries. Let's check it. Here in Australia, just over 40, right? Just over 40. And here we have Spain. Spain is what? 35 or 36, right? Let's say. We are talking only about 2004, okay? Here. It was just over 40 and it is 6,000 higher than for Spain. То есть на 6,000 больше, чем Испания. Правильно? In this sense. So it means that Spain is lower. And then we have other three. They are how many? 25, 25 and 25. So you can say, we can see that here Australia was twice as high, то есть в 2 раза выше, чем остальные три, than other three. Okay? Can you see? Okay. So this is the sort of comparison, right? Okay. Apart from a jump around 252,000 in 2006, it remained about this level throughout the period. То есть, смотрите, ребят, мы говорим о чем? We are talking about Australia, right? We are said that Australia stood at 40,000, and then it was remained around this level. Around, what does it mean? Around this level. Около. То есть, если мы говорим 40 тысяч, это может быть 39 тысяч, 42 тысячи, 38 тысяч, правильно? So this is said around this level throughout the period. So let's see. But this is apart from a jump to around 52. То есть не кроме jump, кроме sharp increase, right? Here it is. Here, guys, we can see that. Yes. Here we can see that it was like about 40,000, right? It was about 40,000 in 2004. It was about 40,000 in 2005. Apart from a sharp jump, то есть кроме вот этого вот прыжка на 52 тысячи, правильно? Да, резкого прыжка, правильно? And then in next we have also 45, right? This is the same. So they were describing only about Australia here, right? And then guys, let's look at the next. The next most popular country for Britons to move was Spain. So the first one was Australia. And then we will be talking about Spain. Yes, very good. Though its popularity declined over the time frame to finish at below 30,000 in 2007. Despite this, the figure was still higher than for the remaining three countries. Approximately 20,000 people emigrated to New Zealand each year, while in the USA fluctuated. It means like this, right? Fluctuated between 20 to 25,000 people all over the period. So here guys, we are talking about Spain. We are saying that Spain is on the second place, right? Among the popularity, right? So although though its popularity declined, so it means that it was higher and then it declined, right? Very good. But still, no, до сих пор, it remains it's still higher than other. What are the other three? Here are the other three, right? It remained higher. Approximately 20,000 people emigrated to New Zealand each year, while the USA fluctuated between 20 and 25,000, right? And then guys, we are moving to the last paragraph, and although the number of visitors to France spiked to nearly 35,000 in 2005, it was the country that was the least popular to emigrate at the end of the period. What does it mean, end of the period? То есть примерно в 2006-2007 году, правильно? So it means that, несмотря на то, что the visitors of France experienced the spike to nearly 35,000 visitors, right? To this number, it still was the least popular to emigrate at the end of the period. То есть если в 2005 году у них был такой рост, да? То есть они отличились, но все-таки в конце этого периода, то есть в 2006-2007 году, it was the least popular, right? At just under 20,000 people, just under. Here it is. Here it is. Okay? Is it understandable, guys?
Yes.
Do you have any questions from bar chart? This bar chart? No questions. Okay. No. One more bar chart, and then we're gonna move guys to mixed. Do you know what does mean mixed? What does mean mixed? It's like two diagrams given, right? It may be line graph and table. It may be bar chart and table. It may be line graph and bar chart, right? And pie chart as well, right? So here guys, we will be reading about the typical weekday for students, for you guys, in 3 different countries. Here we have options like sleeping, studying, and relaxing.
Sleeping number 1.
Sleeping is relaxing. Sleeping and relaxing are number 1, right? What about studying? Yes, Japan. Japan, yes. Что еще ожидать in Japan, right? Okay, very good. So we have UK, we have Japan, and we have Germany here. This is yes. And here we are given numbers, right? The bar chart shows the typical weekday. What does it mean typical weekday?
Типичные недельные.
Да,
Выходные?
Выходные.
What does it mean выходной? Weekend это выходной. Если это обычный день недели, правильно? Это может быть Monday, это может быть like Tuesday, right? Or something. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Thursday, and so on. For students in 3 different countries, right? What can we include in our introduction? Can you please tell me? Introduction.
Узнайте из экрана опять.
So, can you please?
Sleeping,
So the given bar chart provides information about a weekday.
Schedule of students.
Of
About
students.
schedule of students.
Which day?
Okay, very good. You can say about the daily routine What does it mean daily routine?
Рутина.
Да, режим, правильно? Да, ежедневная рутина. About daily routine for students of 3 different countries, namely
Я можно сказать,
Japan.
departure
Japan and Germany. Yes.
includes sleeping, studying, relaxing.
Yes,
of
very
students.
good. And their activities are divided into sleeping, studying, and relaxing. Right? Where is eating? I cannot say eating here, guys. Right? Okay, very good. So this is going to be your introduction. So what about overview? Can you please tell me what you're going to write to your overview?
Studying Japan.
Yes, we can see that studying possesses highest level in.
Это 12-14, это что?
We're going to see. Okay?
Contrast.
And what is it?
Relaxing.
Yes, and the least popular in Japan was
Relaxing.
relaxing, right? Но результат у нас вообще сильно отличается от остальных. В принципе, они 8, 9, 7. 8, 9, 7. Или, наверное, 9, 8, 7, правильно? In this sense. Okay, so let's read. They are divided into, oh my god, so many paragraphs. And here guys we have in total. In total should be where?
Overall.
It should be here, right? Because we're gonna have introduction and then we're gonna have overview and then bodies, right? Okay, very good. So the bar chart illustrates the breakdown. What does it mean breakdown?
Breakdown тоже значение. Понять.
Breakdown.
Проверь, типа, проверь.
Да, правильно. Of a typical day, yes, of a typical 20-hour period on a school day for students in 3 different countries, namely UK, Japan, and Germany. Yes, we could also add about the activities that are included, right? Okay, very good. So in total, it is clear that despite a few minor differences, Germany and UK have similar statistics, whereas Japan focuses much more on studying. Is it suitable for overview, guys?
Нет.
Читаем.
Не, да.
Читаем. Да, читаем сначала.
Да.
It is clear that despite few minor differences, what does mean few minor differences?
Маленькие, незначительные.
Небольшие незначительные изменения. Germany and UK have similar statistics. То есть here we have Germany and UK. Germany and UK. Despite minor differences, few minor differences, their statistics is generally what? Similar, right? Whereas Japan focuses much more on studying. So can it be your overview?
Yes.
Yes, very good. This is your overview and should be right after the introduction, right? And then we're gonna have bodies. So can you please tell me there are no linking words? No linking. What linking words can we add here? In addition, moreover. Okay, furthermore, how can we say that we are going to describe details?
In detail.
Yes, to drive detail point or moving to detailed information, right? Most notable is amount of hours. Guys, here we don't have any years, right? You are not provided the years. So it means that your tenses should be only present. You should use only present tenses to describe the statistic, okay? Here it is.
Если нету year, это значит
Present. Yes, only present. If you are not provided years, okay? Most notable is amount of hours spent studying by Japanese people. Yes, it is most notable studying by Japanese children, right? Just over 13 hours a day. It is over 5 hours longer than in the UK and 4 hours above the average number for Germany. Yes, here guys we are talking about what? We are talking about. Okay. We will read and I will ask you again why are they divided in these 3 paragraphs, okay? So about studying by Japanese children at just over 30 hours daily. It is over 5 hours longer than in the UK and 4 hours above the average number for Germany. With regards sleeping, UK school children spend the most time in bed. Значит, в England, правильно, в Англии, в Соединенных Королевствах, school children spend the most time in bed, right? When in comparison with Japan and Germany, right? With approximately 8.5 hours a day. Germany is not far behind. What does it mean is not far behind? Не так уж и отстает, правильно? Да, не так уж и отстает. At about 8 hours, but students in Japan average at least 1 hour less sleep at 7 hours. То есть Japanese у нас only 7 hours, right? And the last one. The UK and Germany share an equal. What does it mean share and equal? У них одинаковые. For example, right? You can say that, for example, we have shared interests with my friends. What does it mean shared interest? Это не значит, что вы делитесь, да? It means that you have equal. Одинаковые, yes, общие. The UK and Germany share an equal 7 hours a day on relaxing or other pursuits. What does it mean pursuits? Записываем. Дела. Whereas Japanese school children have only 4 hours. Now, can you please tell me why are they divided into 3 paragraphs?
Во втором параграфе про studying, в третьем про sleeping,
relaxing.
Very good. So this is about studying. This is about sleeping, and this is about relaxing. Do you guys now understand? What are the logical paragraphs? What are the logical paragraphs? Курс IQ Мс Маликой, ребят. Okay. Okay, very good. Do you have any questions from bar charts?
No.
Any questions from line graphs? No. Okay. Then, guys, we're gonna move to mixed. What does it mean mixed? Yes, very good. And now, here it is. Here it is. Okay, thank you. Here, guys, what do we have here? Can you please tell me? We have line graph and we have
Pie chart.
pie chart. Very good. So this is line graph and this is pie chart. Here, guys, we have what? We have
Cost.
price. Yes, we have cost. We have price, right? And here we have years. Okay, very good. And what are these lines? They are cinema tickets, DVD, legal download, right? So we will be talking about films, about movies. Am I right? Because some movies we can watch in the cinema. Some of them we can like in DVD player, right? And about legal download down from internet, right? What about pie charts? What do we have here? We have the percentage of going to the cinema, watching online, and then renting a DVD, right? The line graph shows the cost for watching films. The pie chart shows the change in the percentage of market share. What does mean market share? This is our market. То есть это рынок. Что? То, что есть на рынке, правильно? We are talking about movies. То есть мы здесь с вами будем говорить про фильмы. And this is what options we have to watch these movies, right? First option is to go to the cinema. Second is to watch on DVD. And third one is to download from the internet, right? So these two options we only have in our market. In market share, yes. То есть рынок, okay? Here it is. So the first line graph shows what? It shows about the price. So for example, we can say that the price of cinema tickets in 2005 was approximately £9 and it rose, right? To how many? To £14 in 2011, right? Yes, very good. So in this sense, we will be talking about the price. It's not about the popularity, it's not about their yes, it's not about their popularity. This is only about the price, right? And here we will be writing about their popularity, but only in 2 years, in 2005 and 2011. Yes, very good. Here we can say that out of 100, only 30% was going to the cinema. And like, you know, more than half, what does it mean, more than half? Больше половины, right? it means that like 64% out of 100% were spent in renting a DVD. And then only a small minority, a small amount of people used to watch it online. Right, about legal downloading. And then guys, we have 2011. Here, do you see any difference? We can say the similarity. We can say that, for example, renting a DVD still remain to be the most popular, right? It was most popular means of watching. What does it mean, means of?
Methods.
Methods. Okay, very good. Means of watching the movies, right? And then we have that going to the cinema became less popular, and watching online became more popular in comparison with 2005, right? Okay, very good. Let's read the model answer here. Again, what I see overall in the past. You should include your overview right after what?
Introduction.
Yes, very good. Right after introduction. Here it is. Your overall should be somewhere here, right? Okay. Let's read it. The line graph and pie charts illustrate. So you introduce that you have not only line graph but also you have pie chart, right? Illustrate the cost for watching. This line graph is in charge of the cost for watching movies in different formats. What are these formats? Yes, DVD, going to the cinema, and
Renter.
no, it's not rent. It's downloading legally, right? So you should have added this information as well. You should have named what formats, right? So write it down, please. The line graph and pie chart illustrate the cost for watching movies in 3 different formats, right? In 3 different formats, namely going to the cinema, by going to the cinema, by downloading it, by downloading it legally or watching online, and by renting a DVD, right? Okay, very good. Here it is. As well as the percentage split between type. What is the percentage split? What is the split?
Разделение.
Да, разделение, правильно? Yes. In between the type in pie chart. Допустим, вот здесь pie chart в принципе не нужен. You could say, for example, the line graph, the given line graph provides information about the cost for watching movies in 3 different formats, namely by going to the cinema, by downloading the legally or watching online, and by renting a DVD. As well as the pie chart illustrates the percentage split between type. Between these 3 types, these 3 types, it will be understandable that you are talking about these 3 types. Okay? Understandable? Good. And then guys, we have overall. Overall, it is clear that although prices increased on average for all 3 forms, an increasing percentage of people choose to download movies. So it means that, guys, they are showing that every single means of watching experienced an upward trend. Is it like this or not? Yes. Yes, it is. Here we have upward trend. Yes, here we also have upward trend, and here is also upward trend, right? Yes. We can see that all of the means of watching movie, they did what? They increased in price. То есть они повысились в ценах, правильно? So we are describing the main feature from our line graph, and here guys we are saying that but the most popular was renting a DVD. And here guys we are talking about the pie charts, main feature of pie charts, right? It was the most popular and it still remained the most popular. Am I right? Here it is. Now they are talking about downloading. Here it was. Look at this. Overall, it is clear that although price prices increased on average, right? We can say that prices increased. So this is the main feature of our line graph, right? And here we have an increasing percentage of people chose to download movies. What does it mean, download? Sky choice, right? But here, guys, in this like visual, we have renting a DVD. That it was most people, right? Most people chose to rent the DVD. But here they are writing about downloading. Chose to rent a DVD, right? To watch movies, blah blah blah, right? So here, guys, the most notable trend with regard cost. What does it mean with regard cost? Касаемо цены, правильно? With regard cost is that cinema tickets remain the most expensive way to watch movie from 2005 to 2011, right? So we are saying that cinema was the most expensive and it still remained the most expensive, right? Rising to a peak of slightly over 14 pounds a ticket, right? So its peak, то есть самая высокая цена, это немножечко выше, чем 14 пунктов, правильно? Okay, very good. Over the same period, it means the period of this one. DVD prices also increased by 2 pounds from 6 to 8, right? Downloaded movies were more expensive than DVDs. То есть, legal download was more expensive than DVDs in 2005. This changed in 2007 when they became the cheapest format. So downloaded movies became cheapest format in 2007. Okay, very good. When they became the cheapest format, yet by 2011 the price had risen to 9 pounds. Okay, and then this one. In 2005, the majority of people opted to hire DVDs. What does it mean, hire DVDs? So this is like rent. To hire DVDs with those going to the cinema accounting for less than 1/3 of the total. What does it mean less than 1/3 of the total? Меньше, чем 1/3. 1/3 это примерно 33%, правильно? Значит, это у нас меньше, чем 33%. Это у нас сколько? About cinema? 30% оказывается. Right? Here it is. So, and then we have less than 1/3 of the total, and movies from internet representing only 6%. So from the internet, it means like downloading, legal downloading or online watching, representing only 6% out of 100. Out of 100, right? Okay, by 2011, however, both going to the cinema and renting had fallen. So it means that cinema decreased and renting also decreased, right? Had fallen as downloaded movies, they increased. So just over 1/4 of the market. What is it, 1/4? 1/4 часть. Okay, very good. So now guys, can you please tell me how they are divided into two logical paragraphs? Very good. So this is about what? This is about the line graph, and this is about pie chart. Do you guys now understand?
Yes.
Good. Very good. Do you have any questions from this mixed chart?
No.
No questions. And then, any questions, guys?
No.
Okay, thank you very much. This was the end of our lesson.
Assalomu alaykum, Real Science ustozlari, xodimlari barchalarga. Biz bu o'qish dargohiga 2020-yil sentyabr oyida kelganmiz. Juda ham katta natijalarga erishdi qizim. O'qish topshirgan joylarimiz 4 ta joyga topshirdik. Shunda hammasidan yuqori ballar oldi. Endi ichidan o'sha aytgan Interhouse'ni tanladik.
Я Рахматуллаева Фазилят, ученица учебного центра Real Science. Я очень благодарна учебному центру, так как я набрала очень высокие баллы. Я набрала 122 балла, но это так как я сдавала и в Вестминстерский лицей, мне не хватило на апелляции даже 1 балла, мне никто не добавил. Ну ладно, это не значит, что нужно унывать, так как есть Интерхаус, он тоже считается самым топовым учебным заведением, и я очень благодарна мистеру Шахзоду, мистеру Алишеру и всем учителям Real Science, что они дали такие большие надежды на меня и учили все это время. Я благодарна всем. И хочу упомянуть о том, что тут каждые 2 недели проводятся мок-экзамены. Это большой шанс, чтобы узнать свои баллы, насколько вы готовы, и в зависимости узнать свои предположительные баллы. И я вам всем советую участвовать на мок-экзаменах, так как это очень-очень полезно. Всем советую посетить учебный центр Real Science, не ленитесь, не лежите, просто даже можете посмотреть на отзывы, смотря YouTube, TikTok. Современные гаджеты у всех есть, поэтому вы можете прочитать о всех отзывах. И я вам всем советую Real Science, так как Real Science очень классный центр, Real Science супер.